And welcome to our introduction to scalar multiplication. Scalar product of a vector v represented by components v1, v2, and v3, and scalar c is c times the vector v1, v2, v3, and its value is the vector cv1, cv2, cv3. So each component has been multiplied by the scalar c. Multiplying a vector v by a positive scalar c does not change its direction, but multiplies its magnitude by c. Now, if c is a negative number, the direction of v is reversed and the magnitude is multiplied by absolute value of c. Magnitude shrinks if the vector v, the original vector v, is non-zero. It has magnitude not equal to 0. And the absolute value of c is less than 1. So c less than 1, scale the vector to smaller. It increases if the magnitude of v is non-zero again, and the absolute value of c is bigger than 1. That's that if c, the magnitude of c, the absolute value of c is bigger than 1, its scale is too big. And dimensional zero vector can be represented by 0 times v, the scalar multiplication 0 times v, for any n-dimensional vector v. 0 with an arrow on top denotes the zero vector for any dimension. For example, the vector represented by components 0 and 0 in 2 dimension is the zero vector, and in 3 dimension, the vector represented by 0, 0, and 0. Two non-zero vectors v and w are parallel if they are scalar multiples of each other. That means that you multiply one by a scalar and you get the other one. There exists a scalar c such that multiplying one gives you the other one. Now let's look at the geometry of scalar multiplication. So let's say I have a vector v with components 2 and 3. If I multiply v by scalar 2, I get components 4 and 6. So basically, you can see that the magnitude multiplied by 2. Direction didn't change. If I multiply the same vector v by 1/2, I get components 1 and 1/2. And you can tell the magnitude shrunk to 1/2. If I multiply the same vector by negative 2v, the direction changes and the magnitude multiplies by 2. If I multiply the same vector by negative 1/4, then the direction changes and the magnitude shrinks to 1/4 of the original.